Discord so I don't forget. Okay, Kim, I'm so excited. Yeah, so we're all praying for you, Kim, to get better soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get better quick.
Better, Kim.
Yes.
So
Better.
yeah, so but any of you that want to try booking a Facebook party, you guys, I have been asking everybody. Anyone, I'm like, hey, I'm doing these Facebook parties. I need to learn this. And some people are like, oh, I don't really know. I'm like, no problem. If you don't want to, that's cool. I'm just asking everyone because I am. It's the truth. I'm asking everyone. So today I had a customer that I dropped stuff off with. I met, and I really thought she would do it because she jumped on some of our first stuff we did. I gave her like a $30 discount off her $200 order today because I'm like, you were so helpful for being my guinea pig of all the first stuff. And she was super into it. And then she's like, I don't really have a lot of Facebook friends. I'm like, that was not the truth because I've seen, you know, it's like in writing. But I'm like, you know what, Cindy, if you don't want to do it, that's cool. I'm just asking everyone. She goes, well, let me check out who I have. I said, sure. The next person I did, she's like, well, I don't really have a lot of Facebook friends. Well, I've been through her Facebook friends. She has over 600. She says that are local. I know. She says that are local, but I do have people all over. I said, I can send anywhere in the US. She's like, okay, I'll do that. I kind of expected her to say no and Cindy to say yes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think y'all, and I'm going to do my first one in 2 days. And then I have 2 more at the beginning of next week. So I'll let you guys know how they go, but it's been super fun, you guys. So we'll talk about that, but I just encourage you guys to find someone to do that. So, but that's not what I want to train about tonight. But Jana has one booked. So that's exciting. And so, and like with Jana, I just said, here, say this to them, here, do this, send them this, do this. So, and we walk through with setting up the group. So I'll just like baby step you, because it's not that hard. It's actually super easy, which is shockingly kind of cool. So let's start with some recognition. So if you sold product this last week, I don't know, wave your hands. Woo, woo, woo. Yay, got it. Yay, Mel. All right. If you sold $100.
Oh,
Yay.
Yeah.
Oops. If you sold, good job, Debbie. If you sold, sorry, my computer. If you sold $200. Woo, woo, woo. 300, 300, 400, 500. Claudette, I'm going to put a crown on your head. I'm so excited. We're taking it off of Kim. She's not here, so she can. In our little pictures, what was your sales, Claudette?
Like 318 or something like that.
Yay!
So yeah.
That's
Sorry,
so...
there's like a little gnat around here, so.
She's all. It's really exciting, Claudette. Yes, it's really exciting. So that's super awesome. Very exciting. So were they reorders? Were they facials? What were they?
A little bit of both. Facials. One lady ordered and she didn't do the facial. She just wanted the product.
Okay.
And one was a reorder, but she's doing the clinical solutions retinol.
Nice.
So we've been kind of going through her regular skincare products. So
nice.
So she ordered some of that.
That's super exciting. Okay, very cool. And then I forgot what I was going to ask. I was even going to ask you something or say something, but and Debbie, I saw your message. Of course, you just have a hostess, someone who will host and invite her friends, and I'm on it. With you. So if you have your sister,
do it.
Yeah, anyone. I mean, I guess you guys could invite your people, but it's just, well, we could work that out. I don't care. However you want to do it, I'm game. Okay, so we got sales, and then anyone have any fun, something fun from Mary Kay that happened this week? Anything exciting you want to share? Yeah, please.
I just would say that if you have a facial box somewhere, check it.
Right.
Because I haven't checked mine for like almost 2 months, almost like a month and a half.
Mhm.
And one of them is at a salon, like a pedicure and nail salon.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And they actually called me to tell me to come and check the box. They've been busy and they've been noticing that people have been filling it out in the little entries and putting it in there.
Oh, that's
And so they're
fun.
like, oh, you have to come and look at your box. I'm like, okay. So I went today and I had 13 entries in there.
Oh, that's so
And
fun.
yeah. So just go check your boxes.
Check your boxes. Go check your
Yeah.
boxes. That's awesome. I had one in the Togo's 31 Flavors in Cameron Park. I've had it there for years until the pandemic. They threw it out. I'm assuming it's because it's not there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask them to put one back yet. But I had it in there for almost a year and never got a name. And then I started getting just for whatever and never moved it, never did anything different, just started getting names all the time. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. Okay, that's awesome, Claudette. Thank you for that. You just never, you never know.
No.
We never know. Okay, so I just drew a blank again, you guys. This is going to be exciting. We're going to watch a video. How many of you guys have watched the Power Class this month? That's what I thought, because I don't forget to watch them too. So we're going to watch the Power Class together because she has a lot of random ideas and I just thought it was kind of fun. So I would say jot down notes, and then anything you have questions on or you're like, what is she saying or what was that? We can just chat about it afterwards. Does that sound like a plan? So we're gonna do that, and then I'll think about whatever else I was gonna ask or share. So hold on, let me find it. It's right here. Okay. All right, and here we go. Can you guys see her?
Not yet.
Nope.
Now she's here.
Okay, I'm gonna need to, I can't push play when the screen is big. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can. Okay, can everyone can see her?
The month.
Yes.
2021 is in full swing, and I'm excited to be here with you today to share my ideas on how I'm continuing to work my business full circle. 2020 was the year of pivot. We learned to pivot, and then we pivoted again, and then again. We learned how to work virtually, mailing samples, holding FaceTime appointments. Honestly, looking back and what we've overcome, wow. Let's give ourselves a pat on the back. Now, 2021 is the year of sharpening those full circle skills. Sharpening how to book, sell, coach, and team build. Mary Kay Ash always said, bookings are the lifeline of your business. Show me your date book and I'll show you your checkbook. There are 3 different ways I've been working my business and hosting parties right now, considering our current environment. Number 1, hosting parties. Have you done a posting party yet? It's so much fun. Here's what you do. When you book a hostess, the first thing you need to do is create a private group on Facebook for the hostess to add all of her family and friends. I like to give an incentive for her adding at least 20 people to the group. You could give away a free lip gloss or limited edition item for her doing so. These parties will run over a few days. I personally like to start my party on a Tuesday and close out the party on a Friday, which can also be payday for a lot of people. In the private group, you will create posts about your favorite Mary Kay items. This means including a picture and a brief description of the product and what you love most about it. Encourage the guests to like and comment on the post they're particularly interested in. This will make it easier at the end of the party to follow up with those who haven't made a purchase yet. Some of my personal favorites I always share are our oil-free eye makeup remover, Time-Wise 3D skincare, charcoal mask, just to name a few. I think of my posting party as a layering for the customer on our next booking with them. Once I close out all the sales from the party, I book them for a follow-up appointment where I will mail them samples of our products I think they would like. And I also offer everyone who joined the opportunity to host their own posting party so they can earn hostess rewards. I will then share another post about the perks of hosting a Mary Kay party of their own. This is where bookings from bookings happen. This step is crucial for you to continue to successfully build your customer base and ultimately your team. Number 2, sample parties. Once I find a hostess, which usually happens at my posting party, I ask her to create a group text message where she will add me and 3 to 5 friends to the group. This is where I pre-profile them and ask them a series of questions. Ask them if they've ever tried Mary Kay before, and if so, do they have a consultant? Because remember, if they do, we need to refer them back to their consultant. I get their skin type and any skincare concerns they may have, and I make a note of that. Next, I mail out their skincare samples and schedule a time on Facebook Messenger or Zoom that I can walk them through the products. During the party, I explain to them what they have all received, how to apply it, and the benefits of the products. I let them know ahead of time how long the Zoom or FaceTime call will take. This way, they're able to plan for it. Who doesn't have 30 minutes to spare? Having samples to mail has been a game changer for me. I love connecting with women and making them feel good on the inside and out. Number 3, infomercial style appointments without samples. Yes, you can work your business without samples. You can do this in a party setting or one-on-one. What you do is hold up the products and share the benefits of the products and why you love it so much. You can do this on video chat, Facebook Live, or in person, however you feel most comfortable. Mary Kay has also created some amazing product videos that you can share with your guests. You can find these in the video lounge on Mary Kay In Touch under the Shareable Videos tab in Products. What I personally consider a face is connecting with someone face-to-face in video or in person. Remember, Mary Kay was brilliant, and even before Facebook, she would say, see a face and book it. Now that I've shared several ways to host a party, how to get bookings from bookings, let's talk about closing a sale. Our amazing Mary Kay products really do sell themselves. I never feel like I have to be a salesperson because it's my job to get to know the customer and figure out what products would work best for her and her skin type. Here's a helpful tip. If it's a one-on-one appointment, I close the sale right there on the spot. If it's a larger group, I ask them what day works best for them for me to connect with them so I can address any questions they may have. I always ask them for a specific date and time and mark it on my calendar. Let's talk about sharing the Mary Kay opportunity. Just like Mary Kay said, KISS, keep it simple, sweetie. I share it in 3 fast, fun facts. Number 1, in my opinion, the number 1 reason why most women join Mary Kay is for the freedom and the flexibility. We don't have any sales quotas or territories. Mary Kay also founded our company on faith first, family second, and career third. She never believed that women should have to put their careers in front of their faith or family. Number 2, we have the potential to earn 50% on everything that we sell at suggested retail. Take an item with a suggested retail of $24, and let's say you decide that you want to sign up and become an active independent beauty consultant. Your friends, family, coworkers, customers would pay you $24. So you would keep $12. So we have the potential to make 50% off everything that we sell. For example, last week at my party, I sold $500 in retail worth of products. So I made an extra profit of $250. Number 3, how we get started with our Mary Kay business. There are 2 ways you can get started today. I say something like, if you could start a new Mary Kay business for only $30, would you consider it? The Mary Kay eStart option is a great way to work from the comforts of your home and still have the opportunity to connect with your customers on a personal level. Explain what all is included. Access to the beautifully branded Mary Kay personal website for 1 year, access to ProPay for 1 year, a credit card processing service to securely process credit cards and debit card orders, free apps to help you sell Mary Kay products anytime, anywhere, online step-by-step education to help you grow as you go. We also have a $130 starter kit. This starter kit includes retail-sized products, party supplies,
Just so you guys know, like, if you're ever going to share the business with someone, do not go through all this. She had to go through the company for this, so I know that's why she's saying all this. Her first statement of, if you could start a business for $30, would you give it a try, is good enough. But like I said, I know the company made her say all these things, but this would like kill someone. It's killing me. So yeah.
business resources, tips, and selling techniques to help you connect with your first hostesses and customers. Here comes the best part. The new Beauty Consultant Sample Pack for only $45 is an optional add-on to either starter kit or Mary Kay eStart. It's a great way to maximize how to start a Mary Kay business. The new Beauty Consultant Sample Pack is filled with enough product samples for 30 customers, a $69 value plus. Mary Kay literature like the Lookbook, the Start Something Beautiful magazine, the Bring Your Besties flyer, and more. Keep in mind, this is an amazing offer. It's only available while signing your online Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant agreement. Talk about options. The team building flyer available on Mary Kay InTouch under How to Team Build is also another great resource to have handy at all times when sharing the Mary Kay opportunity with prospective team members. And just when we thought things couldn't get better, Mary Kay launches Clinical Solutions. I've been holding exclusive Clinical Solutions parties via Zoom, where I explain what Clinical Solutions is and my personal before and after photos. I also include stories of other Mary Kay consultants or customers and show their before and after photos as well, with their permission, of course. During the Zoom, I play the 3-minute Mary Kay Clinical Solutions expert video, which can be found on Mary Kay InTouch under Products and Mary Kay Clinical Solutions. Under the video tab, you will find this video and several other videos you might find helpful. These Zooms last about 30 minutes, and this is how I book them. Hey Brenda, I'm so excited. Mary Kay just launched a product with Pure Retinol that can help prevent visible signs of aging. We're having an exclusive launch of this product on Monday night at 8 p.m. via Zoom. I'm able to invite 10 of my top customers, and I instantly thought of you. What do you say? Everyone wants to be a part of an exclusive event, and you can team up with a Mary Kay friend or team member and hold the Zoom together. You can also hold individual 5 to 10 minute FaceTime selling appointments with your customers where you share what's new and share all the excitement about Clinical Solutions. The idea is connecting with your customers for a quick session to educate them about the new products. Sometimes it might be hard for a working mom to give up 30 minutes to an hour, but they love to grab their favorite beverage, reconnect with their beauty consultant, and learn about the new products for 5 to 10 minutes. Remember, customers really do need to be on a full skincare regimen for 2 to 3 weeks before starting the new clinical solutions. But you can still sell your customer skincare and clinical solutions all in one appointment. Just have her wait a few weeks to begin the retinol. You got this. Book, coach, sell, and recruit. It doesn't matter how you choose to work your business, in person, Zoom, FaceTime, a phone call. The founding principles of our Mary Kay business are solid. So what is your next step? I'd encourage you to make a list and divide it into different columns. Who are your party girls? These ladies love to gather, even if it is virtual. Who are your busy people that in this season, it might be better for a quick appointment? And who are the ones you want to add to your team? Then envision your appointments. Envision selling roll-up bags, booking follow-up appointments, women joining your team. Practice makes perfect. Practice with your sister consultant on Zoom. Practice in the mirror. Remember, the more you do it, your confidence will build. Top Mary Kay independent sales directors and national sales directors were once where you are right now. They just consistently booked, sold, coached, and recruited, and you can too. You have everything it takes, so let's make it happen.
Let's do that. All right. Okay, I don't know if that was helpful, but I just thought she had a lot of randomly good ideas. So do you guys have any questions or comments or anything stood out to you? Nobody?
I'm gonna have to go back over it and take better notes.
And I don't think, you know, doing everything. I mean, you could, but just finding one thing, whatever it is, and maybe that just jogs some, you know, a thought of something else that she, you know, because she talked about a lot of things. But I just think constantly figuring out what that thing is that is gonna, you know, constantly working at it and finding that one thing that is going to be your niche is a good idea. That's just my 2 cents. And so I was listening to something with Gloria Mayfield Banks today, and I didn't want to share it with you because if you guys have ever listened to Gloria, it's like sometimes a lot of jibber jabber. I mean, you know, it's like inspiring, but you're like, okay, you're not saying anything for like 5 minutes, but you're just like, whoa, whoa, you know. But so I didn't really want to share it, but one thing she did say at the end was, she was talking about a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, and she says, I have been working on that jigsaw puzzle, and I'm going to go downstairs after this. I don't know if she was, but you know, and I'm going to continue working on that puzzle, and I'm going to put it in piece by piece by piece. And now, because people know I've been doing jigsaw puzzles, I've gotten other one. Some, you know, people have given me other ones, but I'm going to complete this one first. I'm going to put each piece in piece by piece. I'm going to figure it out until I get this one done, and then I'll go on to the next one. And obviously you guys can understand that just keep working at it. Just keep working at it. I talked to a lady at corporate today. I guess they're calling all the directors and all that or whatever. And I thought it was cool, but she was talking about how I told her, I said, I'm just figuring out Facebook parties. And she said, you know, there's a lot of people that are in different positions, and at different places with all this, and it's all good. And so there's no right or wrong, and but I just don't think that this is going away. And I know you guys are preaching the choir, but just keep going, just find that one thing. I was thinking today about, I used to always train about habits. I think I've fallen into some bad habits during COVID. And then there's been some good habits too, you know, that we have, but whether they're good or bad habits that you've had or you have created in this last year or whatever, I think that we're always needing to create new habits in our lives. You know, the adage of you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I think that sometimes us old dogs don't want to learn new tricks. And I think that it's so important. But if you were to take one thing maybe one thing in your business and one thing in your life that need fixing, and create a new habit in that area, if you did that and it took you 3 months to create that habit, and then you went on the next one, if you did that, that's 4 new habits in a year. And most people don't intentionally create 4 new habits in a year. That's huge. That's like life changing. I apologize if you heard this story before, but when I started Mary Kay, I had to figure this out. I was at, I went to this women's group, and she talked about this, and this was a women's group, just keep this in mind, so please do not go to this website, but she talked about this website. I'll never forget the name of it because it's called flylady.com. I never want to go there. It sounds awful to me, but it's how to clean your house better. I'm like, nope, that's not for me. I don't care. I don't want to learn it. But she talked about, but the concept was, she talked about her first habit that she was going to start was to shine her sink. I thought that's such a weird one, but whatever. But so she thought every day she was going to shine her sink. So she that was her new habit she was going to create, is to shine her sink. Well, what she realized was, oh, now she had to do her dishes every day. And she had to clean up her counters every day to get to her sink, to shine it. But she kept that up. And you guys know, we've learned in Mary Kay that, you know, doing something for 3 months creates a habit, creates a momentum. And so that always stuck with me, because I took on little things that were, that now to me are like nothing. Like, I'm like, why was that such a big deal? But back then, like my little babies, and they all have these baby clothes, and I had to wash them and fold them and put them away and then figure out what they're going to wear. And sometimes figuring out clothing just took me forever. It was just, that was like you know how you have these hang-ups? And even for me, I mean, now clothing is simple. It's just in the house. But back then I didn't even wear skirts. I didn't even barely own a skirt. And so trying to figure out what I was going to wear that looked decent to go out to an appointment was just like, it was just so much work for me. So I had to create systems to find my baby's clothes. And I can tell you what I ended up doing is I bought one of those little cubby hole things that you hang that said Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And it was so life-changing because I could put out like 5 to 7 outfits, and then they could go in and pick whatever outfit they wanted. So they were learning responsibility to pick out their clothes, even though mom had put together the outfits. And I didn't have to go find a shirt and a pair of pants for every 3 kids. Does that make sense? That was just what worked for me. And for me, I remember organizing my closet. So these are my work clothes, or these are my 7 outfits for the week. Now I can be like, I feel blue today. I feel pink today, but at least I had 7 outfits or whatever. But that was life-changing to me. And so, and for food, another thing for me was, back then sitting around the table, I say back then, cause now I've got teenagers, and I'm like my son I'm like, dude, I had dinner for you. Why didn't you tell me you weren't coming home for dinner? You know, so that's my life now. But back then it was important to me to sit around the dinner table, but to make dinner every night, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a lot of work. And so when trying to work, and I homeschooled, and I was trying to run my car and all these things. And I figured out a system to where I could have a meal around the dinner table every night. You guys know, but it didn't take me an hour to cook dinner or whatever. And I know those things are silly, but those were the things at that time when I started that were holding me back. And so things now in my office, I think about, I have this drawer right here, I'm looking at it right now. And so things that hold me back sometimes is like papers. Like today, the gal, and I've showed you this before, the gal ordered Clinical Solutions from me. I can literally go in here and pick out just grab the papers, because I pre-print them and put them in here. I don't care if I have a couple extra prints that I never use, but, and I have the Facebook parties, there's papers I need to put, so I pre-printed them all and have them in here so I can just grab them. Does that make sense? Because that kind of stuff, when I'm like, oh shoot, I got to go find that paper, I got to print it. Like that was just like, that kind of just drives me nuts, and I can't figure it out. So if I can just pre-print things or have packaging, I had I hope this is helping someone. I hope this is helping someone. But I had a director friend one time, I've had several, but she told me about having a packaging station in her office. And these were just things I didn't know. I'd never had to package things, let alone have an office that meant anything in my life before Mary Kay. And so I have a packaging station. And so I have the stickers to put on. I have the I have the, and it's just all right there. It's all in one plus. But before I had like this here, this here, this here, and I just didn't understand. Does that make sense? Those were things that were holding me back. And so now today I'm looking at a few things. So that's going to be my next habit I need to create, or my next system. Does that make sense? So it's not that it has to take a lot of time, and it's not that you have to fix everything in your life that's broken, because we're always gonna have, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we're always gonna have something that's like a little off kilter. That's like life. But finding one thing and creating a habit or a system, like, and obviously this is back to my kids, but I remember I would go in someone's home and they had like more kids than me, or just as many kids, and I'd be like, how do you do laundry? How do you do this? I ask questions. I remember learning, like, anyway, does that make sense? So sometimes it's just asking, you know, hey, you have an office, how do you organize this part, or how do you know, whatever. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. But and like I said, it's not something that has to take a lot of time, but I think that sometimes those little things can hold us back. And Jana, I hope this is okay to say, you don't have to unmute, but one thing that held her back about the Facebook party that kind of stopped her, but we realized that, was, wait a minute, I don't have the right samples. I don't have the sample. And we were going to do it like today or something, like the party was going to be quick. And so she's like, okay, we need to get organized. And that's okay. That's okay. Because had she not taken the steps forward to book the party, she might not have never even known, not have never even known that. Anyway, you get it. So now she's going to get the right samples, and she's going to have everything. But so sometimes you move forward and you're like, crud, you know, my systems aren't set up to accommodate my next move. That's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. It's frustrating, but that's a good thing, because it shows you where you have to create a new system or a new habit. So anyway, I hope that's helpful, you guys. Does anyone have any comments or thoughts on any of that? Any ideas you want to add in?
No, it's all good ideas, and kind of recenters me anyway.
I think it's
Yeah,
important.
it's always good. When you don't understand something, asking questions. I like that part. You asked lots of questions when you didn't know about, you know,
Yes.
how they focused on kids and dinner and everything.
Yes. And I don't have that problem anymore. Whew. Now I got new problems.
Right.
But I think it's important, you're right, because we should go to someone who knows more than us. And I think we forget that sometimes. We're women, we can do everything ourselves, and that's really not always the case. And so anyway, I just encourage you guys, you know, to find your maybe weaknesses, weak spots. I don't mean weaknesses, but your weak spots, or your that need to fix in, and maybe create a new habit. Don't create 5 new habits at once. You'd be like, I'm done. This is too much work. But you could find one, you know, find one new habit, and begin to create that. And in the process, create where you're headed next with your business. So I'm happy to help. If you guys need any help, if you liked one of her ideas and you want to do that, or if you, you guys, my kid just sent me a picture. I'm so sorry. So Mel, you got bubble wraps that are white. Is that what you got?
Yeah, little envelopes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's at Walmart. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm like, when that thing was going, I texted him. I think he was waiting at that store for me the whole time. So he's a nice boy, you know that. So anyway, I'm happy to be there and help with any, you know, anything that you need, any ideas, anything you want to bounce off. But I encourage you guys just to create something. One thing, if you don't know what to create, you're like, I still don't know who to talk to. And I don't know that any of you are even here. If you want to have a conversation about that, it's awesome. But like, I don't know who to talk to. I don't know who to ask. I felt like I've asked everyone. Go to your preferred customer list and call people. I have started calling through. I have one customer, I have never, ever called her. She calls me when she needs her stuff. But I haven't heard from her in like a while. And so I called her and she goes, oh my gosh, I need everything. She says, I kept thinking, I hope she calls me. I hope she calls me. I hope she calls me. That's what she was saying. I'm like, dude, you've been my customer for like years. I've never called you because I never needed to. But it's just the fact that we're reaching out. Hey, I just want to check in on you. I think people need that right now anyway. Like if my lady I bought Pampered Chef from 10 years ago called me and checked in on me. I think that was so freaking cool. I mean, right? I would. I think that was so cool. I'm just checking in with you, not, do you need anything? I would probably order stuff from her because I need something. I just don't want to go figure it out, right? So, so anyway, I encourage you guys to call through anyone. And if you haven't done PCP or you don't have, like, just call anyone who's ever ordered from you. Say, hey, I'm just kind of going there. I just want to check in, see how you're doing. People appreciate it. So that's all I really have. Does anyone have any questions, comments, thoughts, anything else? All right. Well, you guys are awesome.
This is what they look like.
Oh, I think that's what he found.
Yeah, they are padded too. Yeah, they're bubbled.
Oh, I never sent the text. Okay. Yeah, so I'm so sorry for doing that, you guys. He's just my silly kid. So anyway, but you guys are awesome. I'm here if you need anything, like I said, and happy final week of March. Those earrings are super cute. Those new earrings, they're adorable. And there's no reason why you guys can't sell $1,200 in the next week. Like, there's no reason why. Right here, or maybe lack of, what's that word? Activity. but on that, like, you all could do it if you wanted, and I'm happy to be there and help you. So I'll make calls for you or with you, whatever you want. So, all right, you guys, we'll have a great last week.
night.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good week.
You
Good night.
too. You too. Bye.